All right, guys, I hate to do this to you again, but we're doing some more neon stuff because I got some more work to do on it. I got to install that manifold I picked up the other day, and still waiting on the vacuum line stuff. But if you guys want to see, here are the chickens. They are doing pretty well. You can see Franklin's the big guy up there. He's like turned straight up orange, and like an orange black, a lot bigger than the other ones. And then we have these 4 gray and white ones that are almost indistinguishable. They have learned their house. They learned how to get in and out, all that kind of good stuff. So as they get bigger, I plan to add to the house. It's been a fun learning experience. So aside from the chickens, we are back to the neon. I'll show you guys what I'm gonna do here. Got some stuff. So as you guys know, we talked last week with some neon experts about what to do, how to do it, kind of the path to go. And we picked up this exhaust manifold right here, this one right here, the one that's a little more rusty. Picked that guy up, and time to just kind of bolt it on. It's not going to be too bad. I have all the nuts and bolts right over here. It is missing a couple things, but shouldn't be bad. A couple of these little copper sealing rings are a little cooked. Thankfully, I have a kit for those, and got some fresh bolts to make some studs out of. So tighten these in and then cut them, and I'll have studs. But other than that, that's where we're at. I'm gonna start on it. It's not gonna be the most fun thing I've done lately, but it is what it is. Got to get this thing back together, and then once the vacuum lines show up, I can replace all this junk. A lot of junk, nastiness. So I'm really pumped to do that. It's basically this guy right here, all these vacuum lines. Yeah, not trying to use zip ties. All right, time to put this thing back together. All right, guys, I'm gonna interrupt this video real quick to talk about our sponsor, Keeps. If you guys don't know, Keeps is a subscription-based program that allows you to keep your hair. Don't go bald, don't lose your hair. You don't have to deal with that anymore. We have the ability nowadays to keep your hair. With Keeps, you get quality expert care without ever visiting a pharmacy, without ever going to your doctor. You just go to their website, you talk to their experts, and you get a hair loss formula sent directly to your door. Do you want a full head of hair? Because the best time to start is when you're young, so you have it for a long time. You have to start doing this stuff while you still have hair. So if you're worried about losing your hair, you're starting to see it thinning, you're starting to feel like, you know, you don't have that full head of hair anymore, go to Keeps, check out their website, check out some of their reviews. They can help tailor a routine for you so that it works for you. Everybody's different. Every routine is different. The one that works for you may not work for everyone else. So check out Keeps. It works for everyone. So if you want to get a discount on your first order, check out the link in the description, keeps.com/CooperBogetti for your discount on your first order. You will not be disappointed. Huge thank you to Keeps for sponsoring this video. Now let's get to it. All right, so just getting my gaskets all ready. I cut the studs down, testing the bolts. It was missing one, so I found one that works. It's different size, unfortunately, but it does work. Putting fresh, copper washers onto here, onto these banjo fittings. Keeping this like set like this is really nice because you never know when you need a few. Putting the gasket on here, I just put a little dab of glue on just to hold it so I don't lose it when I'm finagling it around and it has to be upside down. And then my new gasket here, this is like a MLS. It's kind of weird because it does have this style, but then it does have the steel on the back. So pretty good. And then once we, replace these two, we shouldn't have any more boost leaks. And then we just got to put everything back together. Here's our second rainstorm of the day. It rained this morning, rain now at like noon, and it'll probably rain another 4 times before the end of the evening. Well, the turbo is back on, so that's a big first step. All the lines on the turbo are back on. Wastegate actuator's almost back done. Just gotta put the charge pipe on there, and then the vacuum lines, and this thing's ready to start back up, and then put the battery. I don't have the battery tie down. Oh, I don't know. I gotta look into the battery tie down. Oh, it's just that one bolt, and it's not even, it's really not even anything actually. It's actually nothing really holding the battery down. So there's one bolt down there, but aside from that, turbo's on. That's a huge accomplishment. That's a brutal job. It's not, you know, something that's impossible or feels it, but it's just one of those like tedious jobs. I don't really have small hands, so getting back there to do those exhaust bolts on the manifold really suck. I had to kind of pull it in and out a couple times because one of the bolts wouldn't line up. Shouldn't have an exhaust leak anymore. I should be able to start it up right now. No exhaust leak. I'll probably give it a test pretty soon here just to make sure that none of the coolant or oil lines leak on the turbo before I put everything back together. And other thing, make sure that the turbo spins so that it's not bound up. That would be a bad time. But other than that, we're good to go. So I'm gonna keep plugging away at this thing, and very shortly we will be driving the Neon again. This will probably be honestly a pretty good daily driver because it probably gets really good gas mileage as opposed to everything else I own. I put all the lines on and everything's tight. I just haven't obviously done the vacuum lines yet, and I am also haven't put the charge pipe on yet. I just wanted to see if anything leaks, so fingers crossed nothing leaks. Dripping. Maybe it's just AC. Probably coolant. Also, I pulled off that old heat shielding that was like all melted and burnt, and I got a fresh piece right here. It has a piece of peel and stick, like a sticker on the back, and then you just stick it onto there, and this should help a lot. So as soon as I get everything tight over there, I'm going to put this on just so that I have the most space as possible until the last possible second. All right, we got no more leaks on any of the lines. The coolant and the oil lines are not leaking anymore as far as I can tell. Letting it run here for a second. I don't hear any exhaust leak from that manifold. It sounds so much better now. So now it's just time to make it look nice. And then this thing is ready for, I don't even know, daily driver duty, I guess. Some daily driver duty. It'd be cool to find a hood because this one's cooked. It'd be cool to get it resprayed, just like a quick paint job, just like nothing crazy. And then this thing is just ready to enjoy. It's honestly a pretty fun car to drive, and I think in good running driving condition, it'll be a really good daily, especially with these gas prices. I don't know, hard to say, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so I wanted to quickly talk to you guys. So I've obviously posted a lot of Neon videos lately. I want to do other videos, and I have some more down the pipeline, mostly with that car and some stuff coming with that car. But I have been posting a lot of Neon videos, and you guys have responded pretty well to it. You guys like the cheaper budget build, you know, take a car, fix it up, make it better, and then enjoy it, play with it. That's the goal, at least. We haven't gotten to enjoy it as much as I'd like, but it's in the plans, so that's good. But do you guys like this kind of stuff? Because after this car, I do want to kind of do the same thing again, you know, see what's out on Facebook Marketplace that may need some TLC like this, learn a new platform, buy a cheap budget car, fix it up, make it a good car, enjoy it, and then move on from it, keep it forever. I don't know what the plan is for this thing yet. It's kind of just making its own plan as it goes, but you guys have been enjoying the videos, so wanted to say thank you for the views, appreciate it, and hope you guys like this, but I'm gonna try not to overload you with it too much. Obviously it's a new car, so we're kind of spamming you with videos, but it's not gonna be forever, I promise. And then a side note, I just thought of an interesting, funny thought. So these two cars are base model V6 cars. Both of them had cloth interior. Well, both of them were base models, The Camaro had cloth interior. I don't remember if the Mustang did. I don't think so. It had leather seats. But regardless, these two were base model V6 cars. This is the first car that we're really working on that wasn't a base model car. Obviously, we have the CTSVs and the Denali, but this thing is like peak performance, like all the options, all the bells and whistles. It has a sunroof. This thing is the only non-base model in here. So, good job, Neon. You're doing great. So, thought that was funny. But aside from that, we're just waiting on vacuum lines, like I've said 100 times, and it's definitely testing my my patience waiting on this, but they will be here soon, and it will make it all worth it getting rid of all of this nastiness. We're not getting rid of this, but we're gonna redo it, and there won't be as many zip ties and whatnot. And then I can relume some of this, clean it up a little bit. It's pretty shot, pretty clapped out stuff over here. I know they're not exactly known for their wiring. I mean, it is a Dodge, so wiring was like 5th thought on their list of making this car, I imagine. First was probably what colors are we making them. Second was probably who builds an engine that we can buy and put in here. And then third was making it inconvenient to work on. Fourth was probably not making it all-wheel drive, because that's what people wanted at the time, you know, like Subaru and Evos and stuff. So that was probably their thought process. I don't know. It's just Dodge. I kind of don't know what to tell you guys. All right, so this battery tray is pretty cooked. I'm gonna grab a wire wheel and just get all this paint off, and then try to put a fresh coat of paint on it, see if that'll help. Waiting a few days for this. Finally came in a brand new vacuum, I guess vacuum line harness for the Neon, and it has all the lines you could need, and they are brand new, so they'll actually go on well. This is what we're replacing here. This is the vacuum block. It's pretty bad. And then all of these lines that are like melted, corroded, rips in like every boot. So there's vacuum leaks and stuff. So I'm just taking it all out, putting brand new stuff in, and going from there. I am just out with the old on this. Just no reason to try to save it or anything. All right, so like I said, this is replacing all of that. So all of that ugliness and junk replaced by this nice clean, I mean, somewhat clean. It's got those weird, ugly little, just like one little piece of corrugated heat shielding. I don't even know what you'd want to call that, but that's all it has. These all go into the vacuum kind of sensor block. I'm gonna put some fresh tape on it because it's kind of falling apart. So make this look a little nicer. And then it needs a mounting spot because its OEM mounting spot is gone because it's got an aftermarket intake. So that's all gone. Well, it's done. It is back together. I just need to figure out my battery tie down and tighten up the battery cables, but everything is tight. Everything's back together. Everything's pretty neat. This is mounted at least somewhat now with a zip tie. The map sensor is somewhat mounted now. Everything's pretty well set up. It looks really good. We don't have any more exhaust leaks. I got a new piece of heat shield up there. All of the vacuum lines are new, so that's a big win. Now I just have to tighten everything up, put it back on the ground, and this car is freaking good to go. Like 99.99%. Just those little stupid things. But even the battery box, now that it's like painted wrinkle black, looks so much better. Just all around happy with this car now. So now maybe I can finally register it, put some insurance on it, and go and drive it and enjoy it, because I haven't actually gotten to really rip it yet because of all the little stupid things that I have. But now we're good. All right, just pulled the Neon out and put it up in the driveway. It is running great. No exhaust leaks, nothing like that. I got to start the Mustang because I haven't started it in a while. Probably should start the 240 because I haven't started it in a while either. And lastly, the CTSV wagon drove great all weekend. Oh, not weekend. Me and Bronte drove it to Miami and back, so it was freaking running great. And then next on the list is this car. So we have a good amount of running cars right now on the channel, which is super awesome because they are all just kind of, you know, I don't know what you want to call it, I guess, whatever you'd want to call it. They're all just what I have to deal with every day. Not have to deal with, but get to deal with, but it's a one-man show, and it makes me proud that these are all running and driving good. Oh, this thing sounds like battery's a little rough. Old Faithful. Old Faithful over here. Exhaust leak. Yeah, you can hear the ticking. Looks like it a little bit. Maybe I have a couple. I got some fresh ones right here. I have these ones, but I never use these ones on LS. But yeah, it just needs probably a fresh gasket. That's not too bad. The exhaust will kind of just twist, so not bad. Well, I am in Henry's area, so you can see Henry over here, little guy, and this is his area. These are what keeps Bowser out more than what keeps Henry in. Henry gets to roam a lot during the day, but you have to have them separate because they're two males and they'll fight. So, middle of a rainstorm, this guy decides he's gonna take the opportunity to push over one of these. They were starting to like sag and lean in, and he was able to get over one into here. I just put these two up, and I'm about to put these last two up. You know, bury two new stakes, drill them in there. Those two were good. This one wasn't that good, and this one wasn't that good, so I'm redoing them now out of necessity. But Bowser is being stubborn and doesn't want to come out. I have to somehow get him from there out to here. I can't get him over there because he's 150 pounds, and, you know, I don't want to hurt my back. And Henry's over here. Can't really leave him alone because the second I leave, I'm sure they're going to run into each other. So I'm kind of in a pickle, trying to figure out how to make this happen. But yeah, Henry's area has now been overtaken. During the day, they just stay apart, and that's good. Henry gets food, Bowser gets food. They don't need to be together. Now this guy, you have to get out of here, dude. I know you're getting destroyed by bugs, so am I. You caused this. You. So, this is gonna be fun. Time to take this thing out for its maiden fixed voyage.
I'm ready.
I hope so. Are you ready to feel this type of horsepower? I don't think so.
I don't know.
This is a hot rod.
Okay.
There's no real knowing what to expect when you're in this thing. I'm not saying behind the wheel because I'm gonna be behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And I know what to expect. Instant
Is it easy
torque
enough
and
to
power.
drive for me to drive it?
Yeah, it's super easy to drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stick.
Yep. So
All right.
we'll take you for a rip, and then you'll hop in maybe and drive it.
Yeah, man, I'll drive it.
Okay. Until you
Gotta put my seatbelt on, huh?
first startup.
Have you driven it around much since you fixed it?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I actually drove it up just to
Are we
this
gonna
spot.
get stuck somewhere?
I don't know, maybe.
God.
Part of the risk of life. You know, you gotta take risks in life.
Yeah. What is that on the windshield?
Oh, it's a piece of trim.
Oh.
Let me grab that. Forgot about that. It's like... Oops.
I'll show them what you're grabbing.
It's just like the little weather stripping. I took it off because it was easier to get the turbo in and out.
Cool.
Got my boost gauge. breaking in the fresh everything. Not really fresh everything, but sort of, kind of. I think there was a lot of white smoke.
That time there wasn't.
No, it must have cleared it out. I mean, that's a great sound. It's so slow though. It's like
It's so
slow. Like it's
no, but it is like fun. Like it sounds cool.
yeah, and it's fun to like rip the gears in it.
Yeah. It's so funny when your foot's like pa-boom, pa-boom.
You gotta love that too.
Right?
Yeah.
What is that? That's the turbo?
Yeah, it's the turbo.
Sounds like a horse's neighing. What is this? Air fuel ratio?
Yeah, it's basically just like the tune. And it's pretty fun because like none of that what I just did there was over the speed limit because it's so slow. It's running really good now. No exhaust
Gonna keep
leak.
you driving, or
Yeah, I'll do another little lap.
how do you know there's no exhaust leak? There's a little white smoke.
Yeah, I saw that. I was wondering if that's like oil. Maybe the turbo
Like,
is a little tired. I mean, oh, third gear. Doesn't seem like an insane amount.
no, but it's definitely there.
Turn around.
Why, are you nervous? It's bad?
No, I mean, it's probably normal. It's a Dodge. If it caught on fire, like, remember guys, it is a Dodge. Does not want you in second gear, first gear if you're going any moving speed. Not even just like slow, but like any amount of movement. I can smell the oil from where it just went.
Is that why you're nervous? Because oil catches on fire? Well, not that you're nervous, but you just want to go check it.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well check it.
Yeah.
I didn't exactly bring a fire extinguisher.
You usually do. I'm surprised you didn't.
Yeah, it depends on how much I like a car. Like in the Camaro, I bring one.
This thing's nice.
The Mustang, I bring one sometimes. Depending on how much I'm liking it that day.
But it rides good.
Yeah, it does. It's like a smooth driving
Nice
car.
little ripper.
Yeah. Glad you agree.
Yeah.
A lot of people are hating on the SRT-4.
I thought a lot of people liked it.
It's a very polarizing car. You either love it or you hate it.
Okay. I mean, I don't know if I'd say I love it.
I mean, like you either like
But
it
I
or you
would-
don't.
I think I'm neutral about it.
Oh, all right.
I don't love it. I don't hate it.
Has very light opinion on
I
it.
don't like it. I don't dislike it. I think it's. I guess I would say I like it.
It makes some cool exhaust noise.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the.
Oh, look at it in there. Is that bad?
Probably not.
Oh, I smell something.
It smells like oil.
Yeah, some of the stuff smells very weird. Oh.
I see some. I see stuff.
Oh, there's a lot of smoke coming from down there.
Yeah, it's the. It looks like it's the oil return line. Nope, we got a bit of an oil mess back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oil return line is super funky to get on there, right? So, makes sense.
Okay. Is this stuff dripping just water, or is
Yeah,
that
it looks
oil?
like it's water from being out in the rain.
Okay.
But
Good thing we
besides
came
the oil... What?
It's a good thing we came back.
Yeah. So besides the oil return line, which if you guys have ever messed with one of these, the oil return line is like these two bolts that screw on the bottom of the turbo, and it doesn't have like a gasket, at least this one didn't, so you have to RTV it, and it didn't really have very good RTV. Basically didn't have really any, so I just gotta pull that off, RTV it, hopefully not have to like unbolt the turbo to do it, but if we have to, we have to. But I'm hoping to not have to, so yeah.
So like not that big of a deal?
No, it's only like a 20-minute job probably,
once
it gets it up and everything. But
yeah,
I mean, obviously I can't touch it until it cools way off now, but it seems like when I let off, because that's when oil pressure is really high, and then it just like drops, and that's when it's smoking, so makes sense. Everything else worked good though, so now I just have a little bit of oil mess to clean up, and should be good to go.
Could be worse, right?
Could definitely be worse.
Good.
I'm okay with that. My first attempt at working on this car, only one little mishap.
Yeah.
So really not too bad.
Good.
Now time to fix that, I guess, and try again.
It's always the cycle of
fix, repeat.
Yep.
So
fix, drive, repeat.
So close. Just that oil return line, and it's such a stupid design on it. Unless there's just a gasket that I don't have.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it smells like burning oil, so I'm gonna leave it here, outro it, and we will pick this back up tomorrow. I'll fix it, but that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep it saucy. I'll see you next time.